Parties and directors of institutes, chairmen and heads of departments, the University of Nairobi alumni as represented by the treasurer, the members of the university community, all the graduates and their families who are joining us online, the members of the fourth estate, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you the greetings of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, the son of the founding father and the man who inaugurated this university, Dr. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. He also has a honoris causa. I bring you his greetings and the greetings of the entire ministry, led by Professor Cabinet Secretary George Albert Omore Magoha. And it is a privilege and honor for me to return to my alma mater, the University of Nairobi, as a chief guest, to celebrate the 64th graduation ceremony. It is especially a privilege because I got to learn this morning that some of the graduates and are individuals that our paths have intensely crossed in one way or the other, and therefore they are well known to me. It is an honor, again, because I have many memories from this place. To mention just one, this is a place that I was initiated and inducted into the world of politics and leadership when I was elected as the chairman of the then greatest student union in Africa, SONU. Being at the University of Nairobi is such a great privilege, as today's estimated 5,700 graduates can attest. From my own experience in encounter with academic giants in this institution, which is a God-given opportunity, has prepared and developed you for the world out there. While some of you are likely to return to further your studies, I am sure most of you are looking forward to entering the world of work, nation building, and family. As chief guest in this ceremony, I am excited to officiate your exit from the university into the community to apply the knowledge and the skills that you have acquired during your studies. While many factors will determine returns on your investment in education, I am optimistic that you will incorporate discipline, a good work ethic, determination, and resilience to your new intellect. You will be successful. It is therefore my pleasure to congratulate the graduate for achieving this very important milestone in your life after your many years of hard work. My congratulations also goes to your sponsors, your parents, your guardians, the lecturers, the university of staff who facilitated this achievement. Congratulations to all of them. Before I proceed, Madam Chancellor, allow me to mention that I am aware this university yesterday celebrated its Golden Jubilee, and although I did not make it, I send my congratulations to the Vice Chancellor. I was away on official duties. This is an academic giant, my alma mater, to so great men and women in our country, including the ones you feted, the ones you continue fitting, and myself. A celebration of 50 years of academic excellence is no small and no mean feat, and therefore, let me join others in congratulating your contribution to human resource development in our country. The only thing we have not achieved yet as a University of Nairobi is that yet we haven't had a president who was an alma mater student here. So I hope we can get a president from the University of Nairobi someday to come, because that is the only thing we haven't achieved. The rest we have achieved with excellence. I want now to address a recent controversial policy issue which the Vice Chancellor has talked about, involving the university tuition fee increment. First of all, it is imperative to point out that as a Ministry of Education, this is good for the media. Although you said media will follow the man who bites the dog, not the dog who bites the man. But it is important for me to say, as a ministry, we did not occasion, we did not sanction, we are not aware of the policy discussion on increasing university fees. And therefore, besides the headlines made in the media, as a government led by the President Uhuru Kenyatta, we have no plans to increase university school fees. What we can do through your advice, perhaps, is to look at how we can increase university capitation, not university fees. It would kill the careers of hundreds and millions of students in the future who will want to come to this university and any other university. So I urge all the other vice chancellors across the Republic of Kenya to reconsider that thinking and look at alternative ways which I mentioned here of getting money to run your institution. Don't raid the pocket of the parent. Secondly, I want to appreciate the fact that the changes in financing university education in our country has placed financial strains on your institutions. In some cases, the strain has made it difficult for universities to cover basic expenses, as you say, salaries, pensions, healthcare, and many other things for your staff. Thirdly, it is against this gloomy financial picture, as universities grapple to regain financial stability, that it is important whatever resource mobilization strategies that universities can propose to go ahead so that you have sufficient safeguards to mitigate its effect on students from poor backgrounds. Poor students are experiencing difficulties even with the current fee structure. Therefore, without a plan for vulnerable students and families, any fee increment will only make a bad situation worse. 6 years ago, I used to cross this road to go and knock the doors of the Madam Chancellor to ask for bursaries. Although I never got none, but she used to give many. Many students are still in the shoes I were 6 years ago because their families cannot manage. Remember, the argument being given by the council that want to increase the fees is that it has not been reviewed for 31 years, since 1989. That is true. But also, 31 years later, the pockets of our parents have continued to deteriorate. The economic status of our families haven't been better. So let us be careful and very, very considerate of our children. Let me tell you, Madam Chancellor, Chair of the Council and Vice Chancellor, this is a political issue. It should be proceeded with utmost care. You saw what happened. Students going to riot in the streets, yet it was not your mistake as a university, it was not a mistake as government, it was just a view from the media that the fees will be increased. This is a political matter. Before we can do this, let us involve the greatest politician in the land, who is the head of state, and to whom effects of such decisions made without him will bring turbulence in this country. Let us give the president peace to deliver his 2 years without causing him more heartaches. The work is just too difficult for him, and we can see he's trying his best. Thirdly, and fourthly, as a response to financial uncertainties, I want to call on the universities. Now, this is a solution that we want to give. The universities must innovate on alternative ways of raising resources. For instance, universities can utilize their estate to secure alternative funding outside of traditional means and sources. In this case, universities may leverage assets such as land to enter commercial deals to generate revenue. Also, universities could decide to use their strategic positions to morph into community hubs for goods and services. If universities diversified into producers of community consumables, where students can provide labor at fee, then universities would not only earn revenue, but will have better impact on stakeholders and immediate communities. In addition, it is important that universities collaborate with various industries to commercialize research findings that continue to gather dust in your libraries. Once again, you can commercialize research findings that continue to gather dust in your libraries. University of Nairobi carries the greatest enormous resource in research findings, but they have not been commercialized. Find a way of making money out of all those files, and you will be the richest university in Africa, and perhaps in the world. Further, universities must aim at specialization and strategically invest in programs that will attract external funding rather than duplication of courses. The other Councillor's policy issue, Madam Chancellor, that I also need to pronounce myself on is to do with the political interference in the universities and other institutions of higher learning. You have mentioned that very well, Professor, and I support you from the bottom of my heart, because I understand it. We are with you together walking the journey, and I know the pain, the struggle, and the sweat. This interference emanates from the acts of corrupt politicians and bureaucrats who want to continue using their political influence to manipulate the process of staffing, to demand for favors that extend to tenders and supplies, and even in some ridiculous cases, they continue to gain fraudulent